So this is a video with 10 example solves in it. Obviously the other 40 are going to be in other videos. Sorry if you were expecting them all to be in one video. This is going to be a series, and that's why I put 50 plus solves, because that allows me to expand the series a little bit more. But I want to explain to everyone that the scrambles to these solves are all in the description, and I highly recommend that you follow along with each of them, so that we can learn the same way, because I want to teach everyone how I solve my cubes, since a lot of you guys kind of ask how I solve them, because I solve cubes a little bit differently than everyone else. So enjoy the video. So with this solve, something that I would immediately see is the F2L that's basically ready to be put into place right here, as well as the fact that there's a white and blue piece right here and a white and red piece right here. So what I would personally do first is I would build the blue and white piece onto the cross, and then I would actually notice that another F2L has already been made. So I'm actually going to be prioritizing this one. So I'm going to keep it right here. I'm going to turn the cube upside down, which we should be doing, as one of the first steps. Build this F2L inside. Then notice that there's even another F2L ready to be put in. But first we have to take care of this one. To do that, all you have to do is move it into the right place. And since there aren't any edges besides this one put in, we don't have to care too much about what moves we use to get this F2L piece over here. So next we're going to put in the orange piece, and I also noticed that there is a chance that I can put this piece with this. Why is my cat meowing? There's a chance that I can put this piece right here without breaking up this piece. The issue is that I would have to do it like this. I'd have to put it in the front first, which then allows this piece to come right here. And we would have to do a special algorithm that is a setup move, where I move this out of the way and I do something to the extent of this, and I sledgehammer it. Why is my cat still? I sledgehammer this, and I put in the, I guess this is like a 2x2x1 area. Next step is to put in the last edge piece, and then the last F2L, which is like this. I then perform advanced OLO and finish PLO. Solve number 2, I see white and green piece right here, so I know that my first move has to be a F2, and then I know that this piece will go in right after. So I'm going to start with that, but then I also notice this piece right here is a one move insert, but I also need to pay attention that this is an F12 that can be built right here. So I put this in first, and then I put in the white and blue piece. So next up, we see this is an F2L piece ready to be built. So do the algorithm, put that in. And now since orange is facing me, that means that red is back here. So we're gonna put the red and white edge piece. So now we have a choice. We can either do the white, green, and orange F2L, or we can do the white, green, and red F2L. And I'm going to be doing the white, green, and red F2L just because it's easier. So now we have this case where all we have to do is move it like that, and then we will be able to insert it like this. And obviously we know advanced OLO, so we'll be doing that. So we'll be finishing the OLO and then PLO. So with the next scramble, I first noticed this right here, but I also noticed that these two are essentially in one move away from being one move away. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I put the orange in, and then the green in, and then the blue in. And now we are going to see a piece that can go in right here, right there. So we're gonna build the F2L, put it on the bottom layer, and then it belongs right here. So we're gonna insert it like that. Then we notice that there's this F2L ready to be built right here. And then we build that. Next up, we see that this piece belongs right here, and we also need to get this piece out of here anyway. So we're just going to do that move and then put it in that way. Now we see that this corner is here, so it's ready to go in. We'll do a sledgehammer to help with OLO later. And we actually got lucky right here. So all we have to do, sledgehammer, and then finish OLO. Next up, PLO, we know this case. Solve number 4 is a slightly difficult one, but the first thing I'm going to do is put the red and white in, and then I'm going to do an F move to make this one move away, so that when I correct this move, this just goes in like that. And since I see that this piece is pretty much ready to go right here, we're just going to throw it in there like that. And luckily enough, this piece has shown up, so we will do our F2L to get that into place. I also see another F2L piece ready to be built right here. So I put it right where it's supposed to be. Do the F2L algorithm. Then I put in the white and green piece. Notice that this piece needs to go right here. Pretty easy to insert. This corner is in the right location, so we need to find the red and green piece. So we find it, and then we do our F2L. Next up, we need to find the red and orange, blue and orange piece, sorry. Do that, finish it with some advanced OLL, and then finish OLL. Next up is PLO, just a simple T-perm. So for solve 5, we have a very lucky starts to the cross. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is building an F2L right here and putting in the corresponding edge piece. So next up is another F2L that I'm actually gonna teach you another way to do F2L. So you see how this piece goes out like this to be solved? Well, there's another way to do it. When it's in this specific position where it's in a place next to where it needs to go, like this, we can do a simple algorithm like that to get them to where they need to be. So next up, F2L, typical stuff, and then we're going to finish this F2L with an advanced OLO, finish OLO, and then we have another T-perm. We seem to be getting a lot of T-perms today. Solved. So for this solve, looking at it from the bottom, we see that this piece needs to go right here, but there's also some pieces that are already pre-made for us. So what we're going to do actually is normally we would do this to start building the white layer, but we actually want to do something different. We're just going to put the blue piece in because we have an F2L right here that we want to preserve. So we're going to put this orange piece in, and now we can actually put this F2L in. So now we can go and put the red piece in, and then the green piece like that. Now we have a F2L that is ready to be built right here. So we're going to put this in normally. And another F2L that needs to be built. Put in. And another F2L. All of our F2L was in pretty decent locations. So now we're going to finish up OLL. And look at that. Another T-perm. So we're going to play a game here. If you are following these scrambles that are in the description, you obviously have this cube in front of you. But if you don't, I'm just going to show you around the cube, and you're going to tell me what you think we are going to be doing first. And obviously, since this is a pre-recorded video, you're actually not going to tell me, but you're going to, in your mind, you're going to imagine what you would say to me if I was right in front of you. Okay? Well, I imagine that you have an answer by now, and you're wrong. The first move is we build an F2L and put it in. Next move, put the red piece in. Now we have a white and blue piece right here. We're going to see what we can do with this. But for now, we're actually going to focus on this blue and orange piece, putting that in right there. And then we are going to look around the cube from here and see what we can do. We have a green piece we can flip around, and we have a blue piece we can flip around. But we're going to see what we can do with this stuff without doing that first. Now, the first thing, putting in the orange piece. And then putting in a red and green piece. Now we can put the green and white piece in. And now we are going to be looking for a red and blue piece, which is right here. And we seem to be in that one situation again where all we have to do is this. But now we need to find out where the corner piece to this F2L is, which is right here. And since red is on top, all we have to do is that move, and let's put it in like this. And since this piece is broken right here, we're actually going to put the edge piece in without worrying about this piece. And now we can insert this piece. Now, since we have a yellow cross right here, we don't have to worry about advanced OLL yet. So we're just gonna put the piece in like that and then finish up OLL. And finally, something other than a T-perm, it's actually the T-perm's, I guess, little cousin, a this thing perm. So solve 8 is a little bit harder. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use just typical cross building techniques, such as front U prime again. So actually U2, R, and U to put these pieces together. And then this isn't an F2L, but it's going to be where these edges go in. So now we can see that there's an F2L that was built here, or is ready to be built. So all we have to do is put that where it belongs. And then we have another F2L that's ready to be built. Let's just save some time on advanced OLL. So now we have another F2L ready to be built. We'll put this in right here. Build on the advanced OLL. And finish the OLL. And then we will finish OLL. I know we kind of did a lot of pointless OLL steps, so maybe this one is not the best one to follow along with. But then we have this PLL to solve. Oops, got off frame there. And that was solve 8. So this one's somewhat similar to the last one in the sense that we want to use standard cross building techniques. So we're just going to put that white piece in like this and then pull this orange over here. And then we will put this edge piece right here with a double R, U, and double R again. So now we're going to move the cube around, looking for this piece right here. Put it in easily. Now we need to put this piece right here. So we've done that. Next is this corner piece matching with this edge piece. And I put it in where it belongs. So next up is this piece with this piece. So we're gonna we're gonna just regular insert it. Now with this piece, we have to do the F2L again, and obviously we have a little bit of a challenge here. So we are going to finish OLL, or start advanced OLL, then finish OLL, and then from there we have a PLL. So we have two pieces that are ready to go where they belong. This one right here, and then this one down here. And then we have to simply get this F2L down here and then insert it. Now we also have this bar right here and this F2L made right here. So first we're gonna insert this little bar right here, because then we're gonna make a 1x2x3 area, which won't be completely reserved, but will be mostly reserved. And then we are going to insert this F2L like normal, because that allows this piece to go right here. We can then insert it like that. And that just leaves this F2L right here, which will be put in like this. And then we'll do the advanced OLL algorithm to get this case. All we have to do is 2 algorithms. And then we will finish with PLL.